Hello, everyone. So, have you ever wished your AI assistant could actually do things for you, like checking your calendar, sending emails, or pulling data from your favorite apps? Well, that's exactly what MCP makes possible. Today, I'm breaking down the Model Context Protocol, a simple, game changing technology that's transforming how AI interacts with the real world. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll understand why developers are calling this the USB of AI. So, what exactly is MCP? MCP stands for Model Context Protocol, and it's an open standard developed by Anthropic, the company behind Claude. Think of it this way. Right now, most AI assistants are like really smart people locked in a room with no phone, no internet, and no way to interact with the outside world. They can think and talk, but they can't actually do anything. MCP changes that completely. It's a standardized way for AI models to connect with external tools, data sources, and services. Instead of just answering questions based on what they were trained on, AI assistants can now fetch real time information, interact with your apps, and take action on your behalf. The beauty of MCP is that it's a universal standard, kind of like how USB works for connecting devices. Once a service supports MCP, any AI that understands MCP can connect to it. No custom code needed for every single integration. So how does MCP work? Let's break down how this actually works under the hood. MCP operates on a client server architecture with three main components. First is that you have MCP clients. These are applications like Claude Desktop or other AI tools that want to access external capabilities. Second is that you have MCP servers. These are lightweight programs that connect to specific services. For example, there is an MCP server for Slack, one for Google Drive, one for GitHub, and so on. Each server knows how to talk to its specific service. Third is that there's the MCP protocol itself, the language that clients and servers use to communicate. It's built on JSON RPC, which is well established standard for remote procedure calls. So you can actually see in this presentation how the flow is in practice. When you ask your AI to do something like check my Slack messages, the AI client sends a request through the MCP protocol to the Slack MCP server. That server authenticates with Slack, then retrieves your messages and sends the data back through MCP to the AI, which then presents it to you in a natural conversational format. So enough of theory, and let's see what this looks like in the real world. MCP enables now some genuinely powerful use cases. Imagine you are working on a project and you ask Claude, summarize all the tasks assigned to me in Asana that are due this week. With MCP, Claude can actually connect to Asana, fetch your real tasks, and give you that summary instantly, not just make something up or tell you to check Asana yourself. Or let's say you're a developer, you could ask, what were the main issues discussed in the engineering Slack channel yesterday? Claude connects through your MCP, reads those messages, and gives you a concise summary. So here's another one. Create a new document in my Google Drive with a project proposal template. Claude can actually create that document for you, populate it with the content, and share the link. So the MCP ecosystem is growing rapidly. There are several servers available for services like Slack, Google Drive, GitHub, Asana, PostgreSQL databases, and many more, in fact. So since because it's an open standard, anyone can build an MCP server for their favorite tool. So let's move on to the next slide. And now, what are the key capabilities of MCP? So MCP isn't just about fetching the data. It provides three core capabilities that make it incredibly very powerful. First, resources. These are pieces of data or content that the AI can actually access. Think of files, databases, records, API responses, anything that contains information the AI might need. And the second one is tools. These are actions the AI can perform. Send messages, creating documents, updating your databases, triggering workflows. If an API can do it, an MCP tool can expose it to the AI. And third one is prompts. These are pre-built templates that helps users accomplish common tasks. They are like shortcuts that guide the AI to perform specific workflows consistently. And What makes MCP special is that it handles all the messy details, authentication, data formatting, error handling. So developers can focus on what their integration should do, not how to make it work with every different AI model. And also, there's a built-in security too. MCP servers run locally on your machine or your infrastructure, so sensitive credentials never get sent to the AI model itself. So you maintain complete control over what data gets shared and what actions can be taken. So why MCP matters? So why MCP is such a big deal? So there are basically three main reasons to it. Number one, it is standardized. Before MCP, every AI assistant needed custom integration for every service. So Claude would need one integration for Slack, ChatGPT would need another one, and so on. So it was duplicated effort everywhere. With MCP, you build one server and any MCP compatible AI can use it. So this dramatically speeds up how quickly AI assistants can connect to new services. And the number two, it is open source. So Anthropic released MCP as an open standard, meaning anyone can implement it, contribute to it, and build on it. So this is huge for preventing vendor lock-in and ensuring the ecosystem grows in a healthy and collaborative way. And number three, it makes AI genuinely very useful. Instead of AI being just a chatbot that gives you information, it becomes a trusted assistant that can take action. It bridges the gap between conversation and execution. So think about implications as well here. So as more services adopt MCP, your AI assistant becomes exponentially more powerful, not because the AI itself got smarter, but because it can reach more of your digital world. So how do you get started with MCP? So if you're excited to try MCP yourself, here's what you need to do here and what you need to know. So for users, if you're using Claude Desktop or another MCP compatible application, you can start connecting MCP servers right now. Many servers are available on GitHub. You just need to configure them in your application settings. So Anthropic's documentation has step-by-step guides as well. And for developers, building an MCP server is surprisingly very straightforward. There are official SDKs for Python, TypeScript, and other languages. So you basically define that resources and tools you want to expose and implement the handlers, and that's all. I think you're done. So you can build a REST API, and you can also build an MCP server. So the MCP GitHub repository has tons of examples and reference implementations. So the community is active and growing. So there's good support available for you if you really want to try out whoever is watching this video. So let's wrap up this topic about MCP. So MCP is a model construct protocol. It is a standardized open source way for AI models to connect with external tools and data. It also bridges between conversation and action, turning AI assistants from smart chatbots into genuinely useful digital helpers. So we are still in the early days here. As more companies adopt MCP and more servers get built, we are going to see AI assistants that feel less like novelties and more like essential productivity tools. So the USB for AI comparison really is very apt. Just like USB made connecting devices simple and universal, MCP is doing the same for AI integrations. If you want to learn more, I'll drop a link in the description to the official MCP documentation and some great example servers to get you started. So also tell me, what would you use MCP for? What's the first service you had want your AI to connect to? So please drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this valuable, hit that like button and subscribe for more AI explainers. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.